going to join pieces now, and this is the tricky bit. This is the part where your measurements have to come into handy. All right, there's your teapot, there's your 2 pieces. All right, pretending that that's what you need. All right, which you do need that, right? It's all curved down the bottom, curved up the top. It may be a little bit loose. As you can see, I've got mine, they actually reach together like that, which is what we want later anyway. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to move our pot out the way. Those 2 pieces that you had there, lay them that way. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab our hook, and we're going to take the very, very, very middle corner. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. See your middle corner right there? Find as close a middle stitch as you can, popping your hook in that stitch. Now, grab your tail and pull it through, like as if you were doing a normal start. Pop your hook, your loop over, chain 1, nice tight stitch, give it a single crochet in the same stitch again, just for a little bit of reinforcement. Yes, and then we're going to chain 1, 2, 3. Let's have a look at our pot. I'm going to have a look at the pot because I want to make sure we're doing the right thing here. 3 will go there. Oop. I'm sorry, guys. You're thinking, what is wrong with this woman? 3 is perfect, I think. Yes. So we're going to do 3. We chain 3, get the other corner, and again, you just find a stitch that looks like it's going to be in the corner, which is that one there. You're going to pop your hook in that stitch and just do a normal single crochet in that corner, making sure not to twist the yarn, or you're not to twist your chains, just leave them there, and there's your single crochet. I'm sorry, let's try that again. I just split the yarn, as you do. Let's try that again. Single crochet. All right, and there you go. Now you are going to chain off. That's all you're going to do there. Cast off. Done. Pull that loop through. Now fold it that way. Turn your work around like so. I'm sorry, leave it there. There, yeah. Now you're going to do the exact same thing to the opposite corner. So that's where we did our chains, and this is where you're going to do this chain. You find your corner, any stitch in the corner that looks like it's almost in the middle. Again, we're fluffing it, it doesn't matter. Fluffing it, that's the word I'm using. Pass your loop over. I'm sorry, guys. I know you're used to me by now, but the newbies will be thinking, what? Who is this woman? Chain 1, single crochet in the same space. Yes. And pop your loop at the back there. Chaining, oh, sorry, guys. Chaining 1, 2, and 3. And grab your other corner as close to the corner as you can get. I think it's right. Oh, that's a bit tricky, this one. Here we go. Single crochet right there. Pull the loop through. Cut it. I know you're thinking, what? And that's what you should have. Now, grab your pot. This is what you have. All right? That's what you have. Really loose, really big, isn't it? Okay? So, that's this part of the pot. So when you are ready to pop your thing over, you just pop it over like that and it's done. The bottom bits will have buttons on this side and buttons on the other side, which you saw in the promo. Looking gorgeous. See, it's okay to look a little bit loose. Once we do the top, it will tighten up again. If yours is like that, that's how I'll show you how to tighten everything up more, okay? All right, in the meantime, that's what you've done, okay? And we want to start from this end here, I think we'll start from here. We'll start from this corner right here and we'll work around. All right. Now, you're wondering, what do you mean? Take it off. I'm going to break these pots today, I'll tell you. Pop them over there. And just, when you took them off, you popped them like that, yes? Bring up your little piece. See where your chains were? Pop your hook in the corner, okay? All right, now we're going to change colour. All right, we're going to go into the next colour, which was green. I don't know what colour you used, but I used green for the next contrast colour. Pop your loop through, pull it through, grab your tail end. You've got a few tails to weave in later. That's, you know, neither here nor there. We would have done it anyway, regardless. Okay, so you're chaining 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now you've got your chains, popping all your threads at the back so they're not in your way. You are going to put, oh actually no, you can keep crocheting over that green if you like. I would keep crocheting over it. We're going to put 2 more double crochets in there. 1 and 2, just for reinforcement. You don't have to. I mean, you could have put it at the back and left it there. Pop it there. Okay. Now, we're going to get right in the middle of these chains. Remember how we did the 3 chains here? We're just going to find the middle, well, as close as you can get, and do 3 double crochets in that space right there. Okay. We're not doing any corners, we're not doing any chains, we're just popping our double crochets in there. Remember that single crochet that we did earlier? You're skipping 1 chain, it's the single crochet, and you're jumping into that very next stitch with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we're going to do what we normally do. We would skip 1, 2, and in our third one we would put 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. We would do the same here. 1, 2, and in the third one with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Now you're having a bit of a practice here, and I say that because if it doesn't work out, you need to take this row undone, and I'll explain that to you towards the end of the row. You'll never know until you do this row how it's going to look. So skip 1, 2, and 3 because we're all working with different size pots. Okay, so I'm just doing 1 for the large size and working around smaller sizes for you. And you're doing the same, 1, 2, and popping your 3 double crochets in that third space right there, or third stitch I should say, not space. 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 3. Okay. Now we're skipping 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. And 3. All right, so we go 1, 2, and 3, and there's our single crochet. If you've got a third one there, oh, that's part of the tight stitch, it doesn't matter. Get closer to the single crochet where we did before and do your 3 double crochets. This is the area you can fudge your work, and it will work, okay? Fudge it, fluff it, whatever you want to call. Now you've got your 3 chains, remember? We're skipping and going right into the middle chain, which is really tricky to find, but it's in there somewhere. And you know, my chains are really tight too. So I'm struggling. Give me 1 second. And there you go. Oh, very tight chains. Okay, with your 3 double crochets. All right. 2, oh, 1 more. it is a very tight stitch. I'm doing well. Okay, now skipping that one single crochet, I'm skipping the chain, the one single crochet, and jumping into your next stitch with your 3 double crochets. And 3. Turning it around. I'm sorry guys, I haven't been looking down the lens, so I hope I wasn't out of frame too much. 1, 2, and 3 with your 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 with your 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Getting excited guys, it's almost done. 1, 2, and 3. Your next 2 rows are going to be so much easier and quicker because there'll be less to do. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and right in there, if you want to crochet over that one you can, which I will. It'll be tucked under anyway. And 3. You've got a lot of ends to weave in later guys, but that's okay. It's only a very small project, isn't it? And 3. 1, 2, and 3. Just be wary, we are getting towards the end or nearing the end. And if it's out of whack, we fudge it, okay? So it's 1, 2, and 3, and then 1, 2, and 3. So it's kind of out of whack by 1, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If yours evened up, great. I don't know how mine ended up crooked, but it doesn't matter. Because you can fudge this part. This is the part where you can fudge because it's going towards the top and you want it to close up anyway. All right, so we're going to slip stitch in the top chain of that. I should have put a stitch marker in there. That's not too bad. Your top chain right there. You are slip stitching into the chain and through the loop. Then you are casting off. So lift up your loop, give it a cut, and we're done. Oh no, we're not done. There's still more to do. Sorry guys, did I give you a bit too much hopes there? Sorry. Okay, pop your little cozy over and there you go. All right, so now what we want to do, we want to tighten all this top part up. Okay, we're going to close it up and we're going to leave a little gap for our lid. Okay, but when we are filling up our tea, we undo our button. I'll show you that later anyway. Let's just get on with it. I'm not going to talk, let's just get on with it, woman. So now we're going to attach our orange. All right, we're not going to start on the corners, okay, because we want to start to elongate that corner, and I'll explain that to you later when we pop it on our pot. We're going to start in the cluster set just before or just after the corner. All right, so there's your corner bit right there. Your middle bit is there. So don't start in any of those two. Start in the one after it, right in the middle of your granny square, if that helps. All right, pop your hook in. And you're using your orange. Well, I am. I'm not sure what colour you're using. Pass your little tail end over. A tricky round this one. You're going to do chain 1, 2, and 3. You're going to do 1 double crochet in that space right there. All right. Then you're going to do what we call double crochet 2 together. Pass your tail at the back. You won't need that there for now. You're going to double crochet 2 together from here to here. All right, so start your double crochet in, I'm sorry, let me get you close up. In your space, pull up your loop like normal. You've got 3 loops on your hook. Pass your loop through like normal. Then you've got your 2 loops there, which you normally put a yarn over your hook and pull it through. You're not going to do that here. You're going to do yarn over your hook, jump into the very next space. Start your double crochet, yarn over your hook, pull through the first 2 loops. Now you should have 3 loops. Yarn over your hook, pull through all 3 loops. Then you're going to do another double crochet right there. Then you're going to do that stitch yet again. Pop it in that loop, but space there, sorry. Pull a loop through, yarn over your hook, jump into your next space. And like that. then do a normal double crochet. Okay, easy. Do your 2 together again. And all this is doing is it's closing up your, and there's your double crochet, it's closing up your piece. 2 together again, jumping into your next. We're not doing this all the way through the pattern, just until we get to this side, and I'll show you what we do in the corners. All right, do a double crochet, start your 2 together. This is the only tricky part of this pattern, guys. Double crochet there, 2 together, like so, double crochet there, 2 together, yes, sorry, 2 together, like so. You can crochet over that piece if you like, it's entirely up to you, you don't have to. Now with this one here, we're doing our normal cluster set. So finish off your double crochet and your other double crochet. Hold it there, pull up the loop, and that's what you have. The corner bits, these 2 cluster sets, we're going to make those stitches exactly the same, but we're going to elongate them, okay? So we're just going to jump into that space as if we're doing our normal cluster set, but we're going to pop our yarn over our hook twice. We're doing trebles in that corner, so it's a bit tricky. Pop your hook in, pull up a loop, yarn over your hook, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook, yarn over your hook, pull through 2 loops on your hook. Hold it there. So you're going to do it again with your treble. Yarn over your hook twice, pop it in the space, pull up a loop, yarn over your hook, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over your hook, pull through 2 loops, hold it there. You're going to do another one. Yarn over your hook twice, pop it in, pull up a loop. Okay, 2 and 2. Now you've got 4 loops, yarn over your hook, pull through all 4 loops on your hook. And what it's done is it's done pretty much similar to that, different, but it's made the stitch taller because we want to get it around our pot, and I'll show you that later. You're going to do exactly the same in this space. Yarn over your hook twice, pop it in, pull up a loop, yarn over your hook, first 2, yarn over your hook, 2, hold it there, hook twice, in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, oops, not all of them, just a 2, 3 loops, do it again in the same space, 2, 2, and then you've got 4 loops, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops on your hook. Now you're going to jump into your normal, we're going back to our normal double crochet, so pop a double crochet in the first one, and now you are going to put your normal double crochet in the second one. It's just this first cluster set that's different. Then you're going to do your 2 together like you did on the opposite side. Remember we did that on the opposite side, 2 together, and then we do a double crochet in the same space, 2 together, like so, into the next space, and then we do a normal double crochet in that space, and then we do our 2 together. Okay, in the next space, double crochet in that space, 2 together. It's a little bit awkward now, isn't it? A little bit fiddly to hold, but it's not a problem. It's just a little bit fiddly to hold because it's growing. 1 there, and another one, 2 together. We're nearly on this end. Double crochet in the space, 2 together, double crochet in the space, 2 together, that one, and your next one, double crochet in the space, and a normal double crochet because we're going to put our trebles in here now. So our normal double crochet here, okay, there. So we're going to start off our trebles. Remember, yarn over your hook twice, pop it in the space, pull up a loop, yarn over your hook, pull through 2, yarn over your hook, pull through the next 2, hold it there, yarn over your hook twice again, and do another one, 2, 2, yarn over your hook twice again, do another one, 2, 2. You should have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over your hook, pull through all 4 loops on your hook, jump into your next space with exactly the same kind of thing. And I forgot to do 2 loops over the hook, which I was very naughty. 2 loops over your hook, like so. Again. And again. And I'll show you in a minute why we did this. Now, I did it again, I forgot to put your stitch marker in there. Sorry guys. Okay, slip stitch, it's not too tight this one though by the looks of it, into the top of that chain from the beginning row. Pull a loop through like so. You've got lots of weaving in ends in the future. Chain, pull up a loop, give it a cut, pull the loop through. Now, let me grab the pot again. You're thinking, oh, here she goes with the pot again. But I wanted to show you why we made those stitches elongated. Okay, so see, the elongated stitch has made this kind of circle now. And that's exactly the look you want. You're thinking that's really long. You're looking at it thinking that's really long, right? It is. But once we get that top bit done, we still have to do a row of double crochets in the gold. Right, a row of double crochets in the gold. Then we're going to do some single crochets to tighten up our top bit. And then once we put our buttons on, it will fit perfectly. Okay, so it's starting to look gorgeous. Are we loving or are we loving, huh? We're loving. Well, I am anyway. All right, so now we grab our gold yet again. Now, when we do this row of gold, we are not casting off at the end of this row with the gold, all right? All right, so we are going to do pretty much a similar situation with our gold, all right? So let's start the gold in another area. You don't have to, I will, only because I don't like a lot of knots in the same area. So there's our 2 trebles. We're going to pop our hook in the space after the double cluster treble sets, all right? So grab your thread, pull a loop through, like so. Get excited guys, we're almost done. We're going to do some buttons soon. All right, chain 1, 2 and 3. You're wondering, are you sure? Yes, we are. In this round, you're practically doing all the double crochets together until you get to those centers where you're doing your trebles together, okay? So now you're just going to do, I'll explain that when we get there. Start your double crochet. So we're doing double crochet 3 together, all right? Start it like that. Pull a loop through like you've got 2 loops on your hook like before. Then we're going to start another one in the same space. And then you pull the loop through there like before. Yarn over your hook, pop into the next space. Start it. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on your hook. Pull a loop through, okay? Now you're going to do the same thing. Start it, pull up a loop, do another one in the same space, pull a loop through, start it and jump into your next space. Yes? So now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, grab a loop, pull it through all 4 loops on your hook. And again, start your double crochet in the middle, yarn over your hook, do another one in the middle, starting it, that is. Yarn over your hook, jump into the next space and do exactly the same thing as before with the 4 loops on your hook. Okay, going to do the same. Start it, second it, I think it makes sense, does it? And jump into your next space. 4 loops, yarn over your hook, pull through all 4 loops. Got to be careful when we get to that corner though, those 2 trebles, yeah? Because we're going to change things there. Start it. Do a second one in there. Start into next space, 4 loops, yarn over your hook, pull through all 4 loops, do it again. That's your second start and your third, and then you jump into that space right there and close over. Start it just before your trebles, you're still going, jump into your next space. This is where it gets a little different. Alright, now you've got your trebles there, okay? You still want to put, you still want to do a full cluster set into that first space before the middle set, okay? And I'll explain that in a minute. You start it, there's your second one, there's your third that you're starting, and you're still going to do one right here, there. Start it, okay? Pull the loops through all 4. This one here, you're only going to do 2 together. 1 and 2. All right? Now, you're going to jump into your trebles. You're going to do 3 together in trebles again. So yarn over your hook twice. You can probably crochet over that if you like. I think I will. So there's your first. Yarn over your hook twice. Second. Yarn over your hook twice. And third. Okay, now turn. With this first one, we're going to do a normal double crochet in there, just a normal double crochet to start it, all right? Then we do your 2 together, 1 and 2, plus that third one together over here, 3. This is the trickiest part of your cozy. 2. And jump into there to make your third one. And start again. So, very basic. Now I'm going to rush it a little bit because you know this part until we get to that section where we need to do the treble stitch. Alright, too easy. And then jump into, yes, your cluster set beforehand. We're starting. We're doing it like normal. And then we're doing 2 together. 1 and 2 only for this section. Okay, and there's your trebles. So what we're going to do, yarn over your hook twice and do your treble cluster set in the middle, right there. 1, yarn over your hook twice, 2 together, yarn over your hook twice, 3 together. 4 loops on your hook, yarn over your hook, pull through all 4 loops. Now, silly me, forgot to put a stitch marker in our chains. Deary me, was I naughty or what? So there's our little chain right there. We want to slip stitch into the top of that very, very tight chain right now. Doing well. Deary me. Here we go. That's not too bad. Pull that loop through. Pull it through again. Okay, now you're going to love this part, guys. You are going to chain up 1. You are going to put a single crochet in the same space as you've just slip stitched. So there's your single crochet. Yes, do 1 right next to it, which is there. Then grab your little stitch marker because you're going to need that later because it's going to be very tight here. That is your first stitch that you did. We are going to be slip stitching into that later, okay? Later, very close because this round is going to be very quick. Okay, so there's your little loops. You are putting a single crochet in that space right there. Okay, single crochet there, and again in there, and again in there, and again in there, and so on, and the next one. Now we're getting to our trebles. one in the treble set before the treble and one after your treble. Okay, one in your next, one in your next. Very big spaces, don't put two in them, just one in your next. See how quick this round is? And your next, and your next. Big gap right there, big jump. And your next, and your next, and your next. Getting there, guys. I think this is the last one. It sure is. Single crochet right there, like that, and there is your slip stitch marker. Right, this is not a stitch there, that's just been passed over. So you want to pop your hook in that space where the stitch marker is. You can take it out while you're doing this part. Pull that out, and then you pull the loop through like so, and pull up a loop. Now, before you continue, guess what? You're going to have a look-see at your pot to see exactly how it's going. Oh, that doesn't help. Let's try this. There we go. See? Not bad. Not bad at all. Is it looking gorgeous? But you know what, guys? You're not finished there. No. We're not finished. We are going to do another row of single crochet, 2 together, and then in the last row of single crochet, and we'll be done. Okay? So let's try it. Where's your little piece here? There it is. Pull your loop through. Chain 1, single crochet in the same space that you are in, whoops, like that. Whoops. Pop your stitch marker in. Well, you probably could have done another single crochet first, but these are going to be single crochet 2 togethers. Alright, so you single crochet the first 2 together, like that. And then you do a normal single crochet in your next. Yeah? Single crochet 2 together, like so. Do a normal single crochet in your next. Single crochet 2 together, like so. Normal single crochet in your next. Single crochet 2 together, like so. Normal single crochet in your next. Single crochet 2 together. Are you sick of hearing me say it? Oh dear. Single crochet in your next, and 2 together. 1 in your next, and 2 together. You should have 1 left. Okay, so you just put a single crochet in there. Alright, now there's your stitch marker. That's where you're going to be putting your hook in. And take out your stitch marker, pull a loop through like so. Now this should be the last row, but we'll see. Chain 1, and this one here you single crochet in the same stitch, single crochet in every stitch in the round. Remember we did 2 together, so you're going into that 1 stitch, okay. Oh, I forgot to put a stitch marker in. Oh, dearie me. It's right there, guys. Sorry. Right there. See there? It's a bit higher than the rest. That's where your stitch marker is. Sorry, guys. I forget about stitch markers because I don't use them anymore. I use my eyes, but then I forget that I've got newbies everywhere, and that's not fair on them. Yeah? It's not fair on them, is it, guys? No. Alright, we're still doing it. We're nearly there towards the end. Really, you should close your stitch marker because it will come undone if you don't. Oh, it's just being naughty. Okay, pop it in there. We're nearly there. It's very tight now because, you know, I'm struggling to put my finger in there, in that little space. There's another one. and one more which is there. Oh no, there's two more. One, I think there's two more. Yes, one there. Alright, now you're slip stitching into that space that we started. Pull out your stitch marker, pull the loop through like so. Pull up a loop for a minute. I think that's enough, to be honest with you. In fact, I think that might even be too tight, but we'll see. We will see. Oh no, that's fine. There you go. What it should look like is you should have the little tip of your tail of your pot sticking out there. Easy? It's looking gorgeous. I know, I like, love, and the rest of it. Now that's that. All right, we haven't finished yet. We've still got a bit to go, guys. This is a really long tutorial. Sorry, guys. All right, so what you did was you did actually pull up a little loop there, like so. So I would just cut that. You're going to be weaving that in later. Not now. Pop it in there if you like. We'll fix that up later. All right. Now, we still have our buttons to put on. All right, so there it is at the moment. Okay, I'm going to go find some gorgeous buttons. I'll meet you back in 1 second. The buttons you have can be entirely up to you. Where you want your button really needs to be focused right in a corner spot. Now, the reason being is when you pop it in the corner, firstly, you need the button to be able to fit through. So make sure you check that your button fits through your corner. When you're popping it through the corner, it tightens up the bottom part of your cozy. So if your cozy is too big, it'll tighten the bottom part and just puff out the middle bit a little bit. So you won't be able to tell that it's that too big. And I'll show you that once we get our buttons on. All right. Now, you need to pop your button wherever you want, whether you want it on that side or on that side. It doesn't matter. It's personal choice, really. So open up your work, grab your whatever colour you like. I'm going to use the gold. I want to keep it all in sync with gold, I think. You can do whatever you like. Again, it doesn't have to be the gold. Thread your needle right there. Thread. Your needle, ta-da. All right, now, anywhere you want your button to be, I want it to go like that. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. So I'm going to pop the needle around the base of the buttonhole. All right, so popping your needle through, grab your button, pop it on your needle, let it drop. It's been a while since I've been doing sewing. You want your button to be sewn onto your posts of your opposite direction, right? So, not yet, we've got to pop it through here first. I just wanted to show you where I wanted it to go. So, you pop it through the other hole, yes? Then, you find right through, see that blue underneath? Or whatever that is, greeny blue. Pop your needle right through and into there. Right through to the other side, all right? Bring it out. And when you pull your thread through, it should lock into place right there. Being careful not to pull that thread out. All right, now, just quickly, tie a knot. Keep your needle in because you're going to do some more sewing. Tie that knot right there, not too tight, all right? Then, I'm sorry, tie it again. My apologies, do a second knot. Don't take your needle out. Again, not too tight. And you're going to be sewing in and out of there anyway, so if you accidentally did it too loose, it doesn't matter because we're going to sew over that now. So, you're going to find another spot. Go through it again, like that. Doesn't matter that you split the yarn like I just did there. It doesn't matter. It's all reassurance, I should say. Reinsurance. What am I saying? I'm out of frame here, guys. Really, I'm so terrible with being in frame, aren't I? Especially with this tea cozy. I've been out of frame quite a bit. Pop your needle through the opposite side. Pull it through. And pull it through. If you've got another bit more space, go through it again. Any way you want. It doesn't matter. If you've got space, do it, which I think I shouldn't have, because I'm being careful not to trap that little loop right there. See that loop there? Don't trap it, because you're going to need that later to tie up again. Pop it through the other side again, making sure it's going through thicknesses down the other side. Now that's that. What we're going to do, one more time, because yours truly loves to be reassured. We're going to tie another knot again, and one more again, and it doesn't matter what it looks like underneath. No one can see underneath. It's underneath inside the pot. But with this thread, you still, because yours truly is a stickler at these things, you still need to weave this in. So find a place where you can weave it in, and you don't have to weave it a lot in, because you've already knotted it twice. It's not going to come undone. And just maybe weave it in twice, and that's it. Done. Yeah, easy, easy. And then do yourself a favour and weave that other side in. All right, I'll just show you what it looks like. Bring it out. All right, so there it is. Yes, so you're popping your button through the centre of the opposite side. Hopefully it fits. Did I fit? I did put it through before, didn't I? Yes, I did. There it goes. All right, so one side is done. Grab your little teapot. Let's have a look see. All right, so there's your button right there. So what that button has done, by putting it in the corner, it's lifted it off the ground a bit and puffed it up a little bit. There. So it's still fairly tight, but not astringent tight. Do you understand what I mean? It's nice and tight, but not astringent tight. Now, when you put the other button on the other side, which you're going to do in a minute, it closes it up even more. Okay, so it will be tight. Now, I want you to go ahead, do the other button, come back and meet me back here, and we'll talk about the smaller pot. Okay? Alrighty, and there's the other button done on the other corner. Now, grab your little teapot. That's your normal one that we're just working with, yes? We're going to show you what both of them, so that you can see the difference between a smaller and I've already done the button up at the back on there, so you could probably just leave it up. You didn't even need to put a button there, you could have attached it. But do the button up down the bottom, okay, and there you go. That's your project finished. However, I know all these ends are, just pretend like they're gone, right? However, if you wanted to, you could have added a third button there. I actually have a third button, but I don't think I'll add it. You could have added one there. If you wanted to add one there, find the middle of that to that. Sew your button on one side, doesn't matter which side, okay, any side. Then, when you're ready to add your buttonhole, you're going to do a buttonhole. You're not going to be having it there and then folding it over, because it's going to pull, isn't it? All right. What you want, unless of course you want to really tighten it up, you can. I wouldn't, because it does look a bit weird. All right. What you're going to do is this. And I'll just show you briefly. Now, my middle part on the pot does not line up with that line. It comes up here somewhere. So let's pretend like this is where the buttonhole's supposed to go. You just grab a thread, chain, pull a loop through like that, like you've been doing all along. Do a chain one and then single crochet in the same space, okay? Chain 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know, 5, depending on how big your button is, right? Yes, and then skip one stitch, single crochet into your next. That's very far away, isn't it? Sorry, guys. You skip the one stitch and you single crochet in your next, like so. Pull up a loop. This is all it is. Okay, done. Now, if you wanted to, you pop your button on the other side, which I'll show you on the pot as well. Pop that on, like so. I personally wouldn't do it, okay? But you know, everyone's different. You might want a button on your other side. A lot of people do put the buttons in the middle because it tightens it all up. Now let's get rid of all these ends so it doesn't confuse you. And you actually do need to weave in this end as well. which is really annoying right now while I'm trying to explain to you what to do. Alright, so what you're doing here, I'll fix up this. Alright, you pop your button right on the opposite side, like so. I'll show you here so you can see it. Right there. Then you grab that little thread and you pop it over there. Let's pretend like it's sewn on. And it goes like that. Personally, I would not do it because I don't like this look. I like to have that much of a look there. Okay, there's your pot. Now, grabbing your cozy and pop it on your smaller pot. Okay. Oh. Without breaking all those pots that I keep touching. There's your first part. These smaller pots tend to be rounder anyway. Alright. If you were to button up your button, that's why I wanted you to put your button in the corner there. Like so. We've got to get rid of these ends, don't we, guys? These ends are rather annoying when I'm trying to do this for you. Here we go. And there's your smaller pot. With your smaller one, this will come in handy. You give it a tug over there, pull it across, and your smaller one is there. But your smaller ones usually have the larger spouts. There you go, buttonholes, buttons. I wouldn't put a button there, I really wouldn't. I would leave it like that. And so even on the smaller pot, it's a little bit tight under there because it's made for a taller pot, yeah? But it still sits nicely, okay? It's kind of puffed out, but still sits nicely even on the smaller pot. What I would like for you guys to do right now, take this undone, if you can. Okay. And when you want to fill up your pot, you just take one button undone, pull it off, fill up your pot, put it back, and then start again. And you can leave one done up all the time, or you can take both the buttons off if you want. Entirely up to you. So what I would like for you to do now, this is the easy part, guys. Head off on your own, weave in all these gazillion 0.5 million ends. And there is your tea cozy. I know this has taken a long time. It's kind of a long tutorial. I do apologize for that, but I wanted to make sure I was very thorough for you. If you had any problems with it, do leave some information in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. And all I want to say right now, guys, is ciao for now.